Kelly Vaughn, and this is Inside Indy. You know, a lot of people dream of starting a business, and I think, 50% of the businesses that start fail, and, you know, there is a way to do it, and there are some secrets to a successful business, and we have someone who holds those secrets. He's on the set with us. His name is Ron Jones, and a lot of you may know Ron. He is the owner. He is one of the founders of Barbecue Heaven Restaurant. Welcome to the show, Ron.
Thank you very much.
Oh, right. This is your, 65th?
65th year, yes.
And now, if you're one of the founders, and it's been 65 years, help me with the math, because that would make you, and I don't think you were, I would think in my mind, 85. You're not 85 years old, so how's that happen?
Well, I'm 79 years of age.
79, okay.
Started actual retailing at the age of 13.
13?
Yeah, I actually started my concept at the age of 11 on the street corner where I lived.
Okay.
For a couple of years after the second summer season of selling to people that visited the Douglas Golf Course and swimming pool area. My mom and my dad both quit their jobs. Then we opened the retail store in 1952.
Your parents quit their jobs.
Yes.
You know, that's like Beyonce, right? That's what happened. Like, they saw something in her. She's so phenomenal that her father quit a job. He was an engineer making $200,000 a year to help this prodigy bloom. So you got to take me back to 11 years old. 11-year-olds are thinking about cars, playing with cars and trucks, and what were you thinking at 11 to go do barbecue? Well,
I went through the era of cars and trucks, and I realized that continuation in my life, I wanted to be a reality, and nobody was going to give it to me. So I had to learn a way to earn the means of affording the things that I kind of wanted in life. So I went to school daytime and worked my little corner in the evenings and on weekends. And after we opened the store in 1952, I went to school by day and worked every night.
Wow. So tell me what an 11-year-old does in the evening to take us there, to that corner, and what you were doing, because I'm still trying to visualize it in my mind, this little kid starting this business selling barbecue.
Well, I did a lot of the fun things that other kids did. I rode bicycles, made skateboards, and the whole bit, but I took time out of mostly on weekends, like Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays is when we did this. That's when people visited the park, the golf course, and swimming pool area.
So how did you make it, though? What did you have it on? I mean,
well, I put some cement blocks out there and got some wire mesh grills and took my grandmother's recipe, and away I went.
Ah, there you go, grandma's recipe. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So you must have thought this is pretty good, and she let you have it, or how'd you get it?
Well, we learned to cook at an early age. We spent a lot of time with my grandparents at an early age while my mom and my dad worked. And I had 3 brothers, and each week, one of us had to assist my grandmother with the cooking chores every day for a whole week, and we rotated. And that's how I learned to cook. I learned a lot of her recipes.
Wow. So you just took her stuff, got the little cinder blocks together, the grill thing, and you just start I'm still trying to get a visual of that. So when did your parents get in on the action? I mean, what happened for them to say, we're going to quit our jobs?
Well, a lot of my customers would come knock on the door, want to know what time things were going to be ready, when was I going to get started, was I going to be cooking today? And we created a nice clientele.
Wow.
And my dad worked at Eli Lilly, and he also helped my uncle, who had a retail variety store. So he was sort of halfway in the concept of retail anyway.
Okay.
So we rented a spot across the street from his uncle's variety store, and away we went.
And you just said a key title there. you told me your parents quit, then you told me your father worked at Lily's. Now, everybody knows that's the dream job. I mean, that is the ultimate job.
Well, at that point, African Americans were only janitors. So.
But even at Lily's, I would think that'd
Yeah.
be pretty lucrative.
Yeah. He had
Wow.
a decent job.
Wow. So let's talk about that. You said then African Americans were only janitors. So take us back at that time and what it was like then, and what it was like trying to start a business then, and even at 11
Well,
in 1950.
Well, it was 13 when we actually started the business.
Okay.
It was just me piddling around for the first 2 years.
Okay.
Okay.
But the climate, the time, the era, and was your clientele only black? Did you have people
Oh, no,
all over?
We had Caucasians. We had all ethnic walks of life that visited the park. We had a lot of celebrities because I don't know how well known it is, but Douglas Park Golf Course was the very first golf course in the United States of America that was for African Americans. And we had the Joe Lewis's, all the professional people would come there to play golf.
Wow. Wow. See, now we don't even know that about the history of India. I mean, there may be some people, but I didn't even know that.
Yes.
Right. So, wow. Wow. So once your parents joined in, and then you opened up a shop.
Yes, we
Okay,
did.
where was that?
On Indian Avenue, 834 Indian Avenue.
What's there now? I'm trying to.
IUPUI Hospital, that whole conglomerate down there.
So when you had the building, did you own the building at that time?
No,
or?
we leased the building right next to a sportsman's bar. It was this little bitty place. Then we bought a place across the street and built a new structure.
Okay. Okay.
And then city come along and eminent domained us
Oh no, that's
for the
worst.
IU project and handed us a check and told us we had to move. That was our first location. Our second location was at 2515 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Street, which at that time was Northwestern Avenue.
Right, I remember that. growing up.
And that store was already in operation when they eminent domained us, so we weren't down at all.
Okay. Okay. Wow. So then on Indiana Avenue, then the hospital comes in. Okay, and then you shifted. Now you have a location on the east side of
Yeah,
Indiana.
East 30th Street. We opened that location in 1957.
50. Oh my God. I had no idea it had been there that long. In my mind, it was like it came along later.
57.
Wow, because I'm not an east side person. I
Yeah.
grew up on the west side of Indiana.
Okay.
West side.
Okay.
So what's the secret? Well, we want to ask you the secret to your sauce, but we're just going to ask you the secret to your success. This is an amazing story, and that's why I wanted him to come on, because I never heard of such a thing, and it's just fascinating to me how you started so young and you've survived successfully all these years. That is unprecedented.
Well, first you got to like what you do, and you got to take the like into love. And once you love what you do, you can find a light at the end of the tunnel. If you do something because you see somebody else doing it and it's successful, it ain't gonna work for you. Because everything don't work for everybody.
Yeah.
And I like what I did then. I still like what I do today.
Yeah. And at 79, which again, I didn't even know you were 79, but you don't look 79. So most people would have retired by now.
Well, I don't want to retire. Most of my friends that were successful at their jobs, their entities that they endeavored into, when they retired, they didn't last long. I think when your body metabolism changes and you change your way of life, come what some people call a couch potato, it don't work.
It doesn't work.
So I get up and go to work 7 days a week.
7 days a week.
Yeah.
So you're open Monday through Sunday all the
Through
way through?
Sunday, yes. And I work 12, 14 hours a day.
Wow. Do you go vacation much? Do you get to travel
I
much?
sneak out every now and then for a day or so.
Okay.
It's usually
You should.
it's usually a day trip, trips here and there.
So at 79 and working that many hours a day, do you do today what you've always done? I mean, has your game slowed any, or and what do you do in a typical day?
In a typical day, I got 21 people that I oversee every day.
Wow.
And I kind of visit with each and every one of them and kind of pat them on their back and tell them that they're doing a good job. And if they're not doing such a good job, I try to encourage them to do a little better in the areas that they're lacking.
Okay.
And that pretty much takes up, what, 12, 14 hours.
That'll do it, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was amazing. You mentioned the 21 people. And it's not just about having a business that has survived for 65 years, but the opportunity that you've provided those people. That's huge. You know, people need jobs. People need something to do.
That's correct.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So what would you tell somebody who's watching this show now and they are contemplating starting a business? What would you say to them, and especially somebody thinking in the restaurant industry?
I would say the opportunity is there. All you have to do is really love and like what you're about to get into. Again, like I say, if you do it because you see somebody else is a little successful, well, let me try that. Ain't gonna work because your heart ain't in it. And you're looking for an end result with a pot of gold, it don't happen that way. I tell anybody, when you start a business, you got to have enough capital and operating capital to at least go 24, 36 months without realizing any profits that you can put away.
Wow. Wow.
Because you have to keep turning your money over.
And you got to make payroll.
Yeah. Well, you turn it over, expenses.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
So, and that love and passion that you have to have, what were some things, was there ever anything that happened during those years that made you feel like you weren't going to make it?
Never.
Your biggest challenge?
Biggest challenge was infuse capital to be able to grow. So you just had to keep making, put what little bit you made aside and keep investing it back into the business until you were able to do what you wanted to do with unencumbered money.
Okay.
Because if you go borrow a bunch of money and it don't work the way it's planned, you go down the drain.
Right, right. So reinvest what you do earn.
Yeah. So everything that I did, I went into able to finance it myself. Not depends on institutional money.
Okay. Tell everybody your locations again in town.
2515 Dr. Martin Luther King, 877 East 30th Street.
Okay. And you also, people can enjoy your barbecue at the Colts games?
Oh yeah, we do have a concession at the Colts, at the Lucas Oil Stadium.
Okay. We got about a minute left because we've been talking about barbecue. We got to tell people what they're going to get.
We got barbecue ribs, chicken, rib tips. We've got a new item that's been on the menu for about maybe 3 years now, which is a turkey rib.
Okay, I heard about that. It's really good.
It is a very, very good piece of meat. It's very moist, and we really sell quite a bit of it.
Well, Ron, we appreciate you coming on board here to be on the show today, and I'm just pleased as punch and honored to have you here. I wanted people to hear your story. I just think it's fascinating. In fact, I think there's a book in there.
My mom and dad was just right there with me.
I know. We appreciate them because I know they were proud of you then and they're proud of you now. But thank you so much for joining us on Inside Indy.
Thank you for having me.
All right. And we'll be back after this.
They say you don't have to be so strong, but this is my mother, my purpose. Strength is not optional. See, I lift her now like she raised me then, so I know my strength is super, but I'm still human.
Oh, look who's here.
Hi, Kelly Vaughn here on Inside Indy, and usually the topics here are pretty serious, but you know what else is serious business? Beauty. Now imagine how much easier it would be if you, for example, had one foundation for all shades. No guessing, no more makeup drawers packed with countless colors, but a foundation that automatically matched your unique color each and every time. Color Beauty Self-Adjusting Foundation is revolutionizing the way people think about their makeup routine. Yay! And here with us is lifestyle consultant Angie Bruse to tell us about this amazing new technology. Hi, Angie. How are you?
I am good. It's so good to be here.
So glad to have you here on Inside Indy. So now, there are so many foundations out there on the market. What makes Color Beauty so different?
Yes, there are so many. And if you go to the store, you know what I'm talking about. There's a million different brands. Each brand has different formulas. Every formula has different colors. It's so overwhelming. I mean, I love makeup. I love shopping for makeup, but I hate shopping for foundation. It's so overwhelming. It's so frustrating. Then you think you've got it right. You get home, you're in different lighting. It doesn't match. So frustrating. So Color Beauty takes all that guesswork out because it self-adjusts to your skin and it matches every single time. So all of our skin changes color. No more mixing and matching to find the perfect color. Now Color Beauty is going to self-adjust to match you perfectly every single time.
Man, that sounds like the lifesaver of the century, because everything you said, I have been through personally. So let me ask you this: how does Color Beauty work to match your skin tone? How does that work?
Okay, so I actually already have it on my face here, so I'm going to show you on the back of my hand. So it comes out white, actually. I hope I can show this on screen that you can see it. So it starts out white. What you can't see is it says tiny color beads in it that release with pressure. So you're going to just apply this, and you only need a small amount. In fact, I probably used too much because you only need a little bit here. As you rub this in, the tiny color beads release with pressure. So you just keep rubbing until it matches perfectly with your skin every time. So I just got back from a sunny vacation. I'm a little more tan. I just rubbed that a little bit longer. Matches perfectly every single time. There's so much to love about Color Beauty, and you're not going to get that line along your jaw when your face doesn't match your neck. It's so great. You're going to match perfect every time. And like I said, we all change color. Our skin changes color. Despite our best efforts with sunscreen, we all get a little color sometimes. Or if we're quarantined inside, then we're pale. You don't have to go out and buy a new foundation. You don't have to mix and match. You don't have to add bronzer to try and get the perfect shade. It just makes life easier.
You mentioned the line there, and I've seen that on other people, like, oh, they don't know, they haven't blended that in. There's a line there, defining line.
Don't be that person.
Exactly. So, when you talk about its ability to adjust, it reminds me of the mood rings years ago. It adjusted to your body temperature and it changed colors when you wore the ring. Is it just one color foundation for all skin types?
Okay, so instead of what we're seeing at the store where there's hundreds of bottles, this has 2 colors. That's it. This comes in light and medium. Makes your life so much more simple. So if you're very fair, you have kind of rosy pink undertones, you burn more easily, go with the light. But pretty much everybody else is the medium. Medium's more of the universal shade, and this works up to darker skin tones. So I can wear both. Because they both self-adjust. I'm kind of right on the fence there. I have a sister who's like Snow White. She wears the light. But yeah, I can actually wear both. It's awesome that it self-adjusts, like I said. So yes, this works up to dark skin tones. If you have very, very dark skin, we want you to try it. There's a money-back guarantee. If it doesn't work, feel free to send it back. But this does work up to darker skin tones.
Okay, now do you have a before and after for us that we can see?
Yes, in fact, I want to show you these 2 women side by side to show you how incredible this product is. Both of these women, believe it or not, are wearing the same color foundation. Their skin colors are completely different. Their undertones are completely different. They're both wearing medium. Is that amazing?
Wow, that is so cool. And it just makes you wonder, how does that happen? That is awesome.
Right. It's just those magic color beads in there. And imagine how great this is if you're a makeup artist. You have 2 colors in your toolkit. That's it. And you're covered for everybody. If you have a house full of girls, if you've got daughters, if you want to gift makeup to somebody, but you don't want to try and find the right color, this is the perfect option.
Now, Angie, even though it's cold right now, the summer season is fast approaching, so we all need to be careful about sun exposure, right, during the day. So tell us about the SPF and Color Beauty.
Yes, that is one of my very favorite things about Color Beauty. This has SPF 50 built right into it. So when I think of SPF 50, I think of the awful sunscreen you put on at the beach. It's shiny, it's greasy, it's cakey. This has all of that sun protection, but it's built right in. It's lightweight, it's matte finish, and you're skipping another step in the morning. So none of us have time to be doing 50 different steps on our face. I love that this is 2 steps combined into one, built right in. It does not feel like it's got sunscreen in it, but you're getting all of that sun protection. I love that about Color Beauty.
Okay, sounds good, sounds good. So now why do you suggest people use this primer with the Color Beauty foundation?
Okay, yes. I'm really excited to talk about the primer. So primer's use in general is to make your foundation last longer, but this primer does so much more than that because it has anti-aging ingredients built right in. So this has ceramides, it has peptides, it has vitamin C, it has all of these ingredients built in. Again, this is saving you time in the morning. It's all built in there. So you're gonna smooth on, to wash and dry your face, you're gonna smooth on that primer first. And let me tell you, it makes my skin feel like velvet. That's my favorite part of this primer. Actually, I say I have a lot of favorites. So I love that it makes my skin feel like velvet. So you're gonna apply that everywhere. Then that's just gonna give you a perfect palette to put your foundation on after that. So you don't have to use the primer, but I definitely recommend it because I'm obsessed with it. I love that my skin feels so velvety. And I love just knowing that those ingredients are already built right in, ceramides, peptides, vitamin C, anti-aging ingredients on my face all day long. I love that idea.
I love it. I love it. I love it. So now there's so many foundations out there to choose from, Angie. So how does Color Beauty compare to other beauty lines?
Well, all of the things that we've mentioned, for sure, it's going to make your life easier. You've got so many things built right in, but it's also made in the USA. I love that. I love that. Proud American. It's also animal cruelty free. That's so important to so many people. It's so important to me. Also, it's paraben free. So there's so many things. I mean, besides all the things we've already mentioned, there's so many things about Color Beauty to love. Not only that, but we really want everybody to be able to try Color Beauty. So we've kept it really affordable. Because you know what? No one wants to pay a bunch of money for makeup. We wear it every single day. You know, we go through it. We've kept this affordable.
Love it, love it, love it. So many of us, there's so many different skin tones, so many colors. So there's one product for all these different skin tones?
Right. One product is going to work for all skin types. And then, like I said, it just has those 2 colors. So light if you're very fair, but really if you're on the fence, go with the medium. It really pretty much works for everybody. And like I said, it is up to darker skin tone. You've got a darker skin tone than I have, you could wear the medium. I've actually sat next to people, completely different skin tones. You know, when we used to be able to have interviews in person, I have sat next to people and we've both put it on our hand side by side, completely different skin tones, and it matches us both. If you've got darker skin, you just rub that product a little bit longer, more color beads are going to release, and it's going to match you.
Well, that is amazing. And, you know, the guys don't understand how difficult it is for us sometimes to find the right color and how much money we spend trying different things and you go buy it and it doesn't match. So this is really groundbreaking.
Yeah, and I'm glad you mentioned that because I don't know if I'm alone in this, but I have a graveyard drawer full of foundations. So many colors because I just got back in town. In the past, I would have to go out and buy a new foundation, or I would have my old foundation. It wouldn't match. I'd find some bronzer and be mixing it and be doing bathroom chemistry, trying to find the perfect color. It's so aggravating. And like you said, it's so expensive. Foundations at the store can be so expensive. You don't want to use it for a week until you're lighter, or use it for a week and then you lose all your tan. All of that, it's so expensive, and it's great. You can finally clean out that drawer. You guys clean it out, get your one little bottle of Color Beauty. It's going to work every single time. That's a good feeling.
Girlfriend, I've got one too, so you are not alone. Now we're going to take a look at another before and after picture.
Yes, so we've got another before and after here. She is beautiful before, but look at her skin after she puts on her Color Beauty. She's absolutely flawless. I love that you get this whole flawless finish, full coverage. She looks incredible, but it doesn't feel heavy. It's lightweight, matte finish, like I mentioned earlier. It does not feel like you're wearing a pound of makeup, but your skin looks absolutely flawless. And for me personally, the skin is the most important step of my routine. I feel like if my skin doesn't look good, it doesn't really matter what else I put on my face. All you see is, you know, flaws and everything else on your skin. When you can get that skin just perfect, it's just the perfect canvas for the rest of your makeup. And she just, that after picture, she looks absolutely flawless with her gorgeous skin.
Oh, wow, that is amazing. So we've been talking about this. We've got the viewers going. They're excited about it. You've got a special promotion going for our viewers especially, right?
Yes, we do. So like I said, you do not have to use the primer, but I definitely recommend it with that foundation. So when you buy the foundation and the primer together, that ultimate beauty package, it's 40% off right now. Such a good time to try this. This is the best deal I've seen on this. So 40% off, plus it's free shipping. And because we all love free gifts, we are going to throw in an eyelash enhancing serum. So this helps to condition, it helps to volumize. So you put this on just like mascara, then you put on your mascara and it just makes your eyelashes look visibly longer and thicker. We all want that. So that's a $20 value. You're going to get that for free when you get that ultimate beauty package, free shipping, and it comes with a money back guarantee. Like I said, if for some reason this does not match you, but it's going to, if it doesn't match you, you can send it right back. No hassle, money back guarantee.
Wow, well, you've just made my day. Okay, Angie, you've made my day. And the day for so many viewers out there. We really appreciate you coming on the show, enlightening us, and making our lives so much better with this product. One foundation for all the shades. Folks, you cannot beat that with a stick, I'm telling you. So we appreciate you coming on. Lifestyle consultant Angie Bruse, thanks for joining us here on Inside Indy.
It was so good to be here. Thanks for having me.
All right, thank you for coming on. And folks, as she mentioned, call today to order your Color Beauty Self-Adjusting Foundation, Primer, and Eyelash Enhancer, 40% off. That's 40% off your order today. And you'll also receive free shipping for the Color Beauty Ultimate Beauty Foundation Kit. I'm Kelly Vaughn. This has been Inside Indy. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
You've messed up your son's haircut. Do you try to fix it? Work with what you've got? Or show solidarity?
Thank you, babe. You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Generosity, pass it on.